dang it. Aw, 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 dang it.
Oh God, my brains.
So, we're back. And we're back to the poster. And we're doing what has become a little bit of a theme in it, if I'm honest. We're now talking about a game that is over 30 years old, and this specific one is 4 years older than me. This is Another World, a cinematic platform action adventure. A description I haven't really heard before, but apparently is a genre that features games like the original Prince of Persia games, as well as that new spin-off, Flashback, Heart of Darkness, Oddworld, Limbo, Inside, Assassin's Creed Chronicles, and Deadlight, to name just a few of them. These are ones that I personally have experienced, and I probably could have listed far, far more. Originally called Out of This World in the USA, Another World features a scientist called Lester who, through the science magic, propels himself onto another planet by first being underwater. The game was originally released for the Amiga and the Atari ST, that I am playing on the Xbox One version that was re-released in 2014. This is a remaster, same as the Call of Duty thing in a lot of regards. Anyway, this remastered copy will be what I'm using for this review. This is for many reasons, mainly because it looks nicer, it was able to be installed easier on my Xbox. If you want to play this on your own now, do go ahead. However, this review is not going to spoil much because I'm not very good at it, and even with a guide, my dumb bimbo brain cannot make the game work how me wanty. So, following Lester, he arrives in his kick-ass Ferrari, which makes me wonder which military division is sponsoring his work. As if you talk to your average scientist at a university or something, you'll learn that this isn't a normal level of pay scale. Lester decides to fiddle with his particle accelerator in the middle of a thunderstorm. You know, like that thing in 2007-ish we were all worried about was going to create a black hole and destroy the whole planet starting in Belgium, and that was in perfect normal weather. Yeah, Lester here is playing in a thunderstorm. He's playing with fire. I feel like I need to address the use of the Marvel clip here. Now, I wanted to say, during my editing research, to try and find things about the CERN concerns, as it were, around 2007-2008, I discovered a bunch of YouTube channels that genuinely believe something like this scene is actually what happened during the particle acceleration experiment in 2008.
Of this Indian god that is standing inside of a portal, walking through. So I think they kind of knew what they were going to be doing when they started this whole building and started this whole project, but they just kind of kept it low-key to the general public. This type of research without complete oversight, to me, is scary stuff, man. I mean, you don't even know what can come through.
Kinda like some kind of Treyarch zombies kind of thing, of they stumbled across the means of creating time travel and teleportation. So just thought I'd let you know that's actually really what people believe right now.
Yeah, insane people.
Much to no one's shock, it all goes wrong, and there's an explosion, a rift in time and space, and Lester appears underwater on this new planet. Lester has to dodge nightmarish creatures that just exist here, like the spike slug or the weirdo bear dog lion that will chase him to a fault. Getting past them, Lester is captured by a race of humanoid aliens and has to escape a cage. Lester makes a friend, and they try to make their way out of the facility, and once they're out, they make it to an elaborate little cave system. And if my gameplay is to be made canon, the game is very short and ends on a very, very tragic note. Yeah, I sucked at this game and could not see it all the way through. Life is short. Choose to do something you enjoy. You're gonna see that a lot in this channel, specifically about this poster, I can imagine. So let's talk about the game in broad strokes, shall we? The controls are interesting, like how holding A to run, if you just press, you shoot your gun. And B does a little jump, which is a pain whenever you try to build momentum to cover a gap. Y changes your graphics back to the original, and that's kind of fun. When it comes to the moment-to-moment gameplay, it's incredibly vague, and to complete it without a guide would be something I would legitimately salute you like a war hero over. It's so bloody brutal, and nothing else can be said about it. Everything is a one-hit kill, which, like, yeah, I get it, but when it's the slightest misstep and a single pixel of the slug touches you, you're dead. The death animations are really, really well animated, however. You'll see a lot of these death scenes, especially in the caves. It's a repetitive nightmare. As well, with the lack of tutorial of any kind that would teach you the rules for the world, such as you cannot aim up, but the roof tentacles will get you, and you need to take them out to clear a path, or the fact that you cannot see between screens, but the enemies can shoot you off screen, and so on and so forth. Given that you take these elements and then look at the fact that there is no control scheme in the menu, for an update it gives the impression of self-flagellation, a remake made by people who are lazy and that it's little more than a port, or people who hate you. I played this on the Xbox One, and 30% of people who have played this have stopped before getting past the first enemy. No wonder the amount of people who have completed it are around 30% in total. Either way, I can't bring myself to play it anymore, and maybe because my opening to platforming was Spyro and the Addams Family on the SNES, so maybe I'm not a real gamer, but you're not my director or editor. You don't pay me. You don't get to choose my options. Play it or don't. I got myself way too worked up here. No, but seriously, if you do want to be my director and editor, maybe do pay me. I do have the Patreon in the bottom of the thing. Please. Sorry that this was a bit of a shorter video, but to make up for it, I can chat you through a couple of games that I've been playing that are potentially just not going to be something I fully review, but something that you might like. Ascend from darkness! Gisanta's a very nice game. It's a very cozy game. It's about climbing. It's a very simple experience, and I really enjoyed it. I didn't get very far, but it's one of those things that, yeah, you can have a lot of fun with it.
Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your McWorld?
Never.
I was not as big a fan of this one. I'll probably do a bigger video later on once I get a full experience of the whole story of the trilogy, but personally was not a big fan. A lot of running around not doing very much, so could probably tell you don't bother with that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I say I'm an oil man, you will agree.
Really, really fun experience. It's Scottish, it's horror, it's Cronenbergian, it's gross. Honestly, really good experience. 10 out of 10. Would play again. Honestly, I really would. Couldn't get into it. Not nearly as much as I could with the previous titles. Honestly, it tried a lot, and I won't put it down for trying. But honestly, I just couldn't get away with it.
I'm looking at a 3-foot toad in a sweater. That's a problem.
Obviously, the only footage I have is the scooting part, but it's a fantastic, brilliant little indie project. Get your hands on it, play it, it's so worth your while. I played a lot of it in the course of a couple of days, but honestly, it made me laugh so much. It's really good. It has a bit of a satire, tongue-in-cheek commentary on detectives and the police, but other than that, it's absolutely fantastic. I mean, I say other than that. To me, that sells it even more, but might not for you. So I wanted to say thank you for watching this video, and if you're liking it, please have a little look down below. There's links to a Patreon, which obviously would help me make more of these videos faster, and also know what it is that you like. Liking, commenting, all that kind of a thing. Tells me what games you want to see. And also the Patreon subscribers will be allowed to pitch games that will be in the rotation. Unfortunately, I have a bit of a set system at the moment, so I will be informing people when the next thing you vote on will be, but obviously you'll be getting photos and stuff there. I'll be putting up different versions of videos and stuff that's uncensored and that kind of a thing there, so you know, you can get stuff like that. It'll be a great time, so catch me over there, and catch any of my social media links in the description as well on the link tree. And I'll catch you later.